And hello, everybody, and welcome to the Breakaway. The Tampa Bay Juniors faced off against the Florida Eels last Friday and Sunday. It was a spooky Halloween matchup we had going on Friday. Both Juniors teams were able to skate away with victories. On the elite side, Milan Levchenko finally came through with his hat trick. He was denied against Palm Beach, only got 2. He came back against the Eels with a vengeance and was able to pick up 3, and a 6-3 final score. On the Premier end was a much closer game. The Eels really dominated for most of the first period and well into the second period, but out of the locker room came Tampa Bay, and they stormed through it. Bo Cornea got one. He's one of many in his last 5 games, and then to cap it off, about halfway through the third period, Adam Custable able to get his second of the year to put TBJ up ahead 3-2, and they would finish with an empty netter from Judd Ginther, and that would cap that one off. And then on Halloween, not so great results. Elite had a little bit of a problem getting to the rink. They were late. The bus was late as well, and they did not put forth their best effort. They got smoked 7-0, while Premier got off to a bit of a better start. They got a 2-0 lead, but did not play their best in the second period, let in 5 unanswered goals, and would drop that one by a score of 5-3. And now to talk about it all with us, once again, head coach Garrett Strot. Well, hello, Garrett. How are we doing this week?
Chris. Hear me all right there? There we go.
Got you in. All right, so a couple of big games last weekend, probably the biggest of the season to date. How satisfying was it to be able to get both games on home ice on Friday?
Yeah, no, it was a good series. It always is a good series with the Eels, and we had a really good I thought both teams played really well as far as moving the puck and just the pace. There's a huge difference. At that first period of the elite game, we were just like, wow, this is, way faster pace than any game we've had this year. And it was for both of them. But, they're one of the top teams every year, but I thought we played really well, and it was really good to see where we were at this point of the season.
Absolutely. Now, Milan Levchenko, we'll start with Elite. He's got 8 goals in 8 games played this year. Tell us about him and why he's been so crucial to your offensive production.
Well, he's a very skilled player, and he's got some good power, and, especially for an 0-4. But he's got really good hands. He's got a good shot, and, he gets it off quick. And it's got a little bit of heaviness to it too, also. So he's just really good. He's got really good hands, and quick release is kind of the main thing.
Now, Elite is unbeaten at home. They're 5-0, but they're 5-3 on the road. Not a terrible record. However, those 3 losses all came on days that you had just beaten that team a couple days before, and rather handily, might I add. Is there any cause for concern with the inconsistency that Elite is kind of putting forward on a day-to-day basis?
No, because that's part of the learning process. I mean, it's for a lot of these guys, first time, we're on a 2-hour or 3-hour bus trip, and then they got to, play the game. And so it takes some adjustment time for them. And as the season progresses, it's more of a mental thing. We've talked about that, and that's part of what our program's about is the mental side of it. So it's a good learning lesson, especially last Sunday when the bus was 2 hours late, and we basically got down there at the time the puck was supposed to drop. And but yeah, you got to overcome it, and we just weren't able to yet. But it's something that you got to learn from, and I think the guys will be better for it.
Absolutely. Now, on to Premier, it was a thrilling game on Friday night. Who stood out to you the most?
Actually, to be honest with you, it's just an overall play of everybody. I thought Blake Mons, goalie, had a really strong game. And but the overall play with everybody, excuse me, with just the way they were moving the puck and just, getting back on the back check and stuff.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. Blake Mons went toe-to-toe with Duncan Rolleman. He's a league leader in a couple categories. What did he do that made you so happy with his performance?
Get the puck out of the net.
That's a start, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I mean, he played a fantastic game. And now also Bo Cornea, he's got 5 goals in the last 5 games. He's got goals in 4, 5, and 3 in the last 3. What has he done to be such a standout rookie?
Well, I do coming in, he was going to be one of the top probably first-year guys in the league. He's a strong kid. He's got good speed. Again, good hands like Levchenko. He's got really good hands. He's got a heavy shot, but he's got some power. He's a bigger kid, and he's strong on his skates and can bowl around guys, but that's what he needs to learn. He got away with that in high school. He can't quite get away with it, and he's starting to use his teammates. He's starting to move the puck a little bit more. Now it's opening up more chances for himself because of that. Where I think early on, I think he was trying to maybe do some of that stuff, by himself because that's how he could get away with it because he was bigger, stronger than everybody. So now he's starting to learn how to use his teammates. He's now just giving himself more chances.
I agree. I thought he's been really strong as of late. And then, so now we've got Palm Beach coming in this weekend. 3 of the 4 premier games have gone to overtime. What are you expecting from Palm Beach, and then what are you expecting in the matchup as a whole?
Well, they're a team that comes and competes every game. That's what I love about the South. I mean, you're not ready. You're going to get beat by any of the teams in our divisions. And so their team will play a little bit different than the Eels. The Eels get right on you right away. Palm Beach will sit back a little bit more and play a little bit more defensive, especially on their forecheck and that. So they're kind of the opposite of what the Eels play, but sometimes that makes it tougher. Sometimes for us it's easier to play against a team that goes up and down.
I agree. And, well, thank you very much, and we will look forward to chatting with you next week.
All right, Christian. Hopefully we'll have a sweep with all 4 by next week.
Hopefully. Well, thank you for watching. We're going to take a quick break here from Top Shelf Sports Lounge after a message from our sponsors. And we are back on the Breakaway here with our 2 premier players, Omni Taskilla, and then the Body Trick Player of the Week, Blake Mons. How you gentlemen doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How are you?
Good. So, Blake, you're from Charleston. What's it like growing up in a city that's got a ton of history like Charleston does?
Yeah, Charleston definitely has its perks. Downtown's definitely a cool place to go if vacation or you want to spend some time. There's a lot of cool spots down there.
Absolutely. So, Ani, your hometown is from Helsinki, Finland, but you really moved all around Europe, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I moved from, when I was very young, I moved from Finland to Qatar, then on to Bahrain, and then to Latvia, then to Estonia, then back to Finland, and now I'm here.
So, what was the most fascinating city that you ever got to see while you were traveling across Europe?
Probably Latvia. It was a very beautiful city, especially the old town, Riga.
How old is that? I mean, because it's got to date back at least, 600-700 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure how old, but it was old.
Old. So, Blake, you started skating at 4.
Yeah.
How did you get into hockey in a place that's predominantly ruled by football and baseball?
Yeah, so my dad has been the GM at the Ice Palace where I played for a long time, and hockey's just been in my family. My dad's from Ontario, my mom's from Buffalo, so hockey's just been in our family.
I decided to bring it down to the South. I like it. So, Ani, you came to the States 4 years ago. What's it been like living and playing hockey here in America?
It's very different. I've liked it a lot. That's why I've stayed here. And I started my career down in Miami or South Florida, and now I'm up here for the first year, and I've liked it so far.
How do you like the comparison between Miami and up here?
It's different. It's different, but I'd say that hockey-wise, this is a better place for me.
Absolutely. So now you also started playing in Estonia. Talk to us about what the hockey scene's like over there.
The hockey, it's a very small country, so the hockey is not very popular over there. But my team had tournaments in Finland every weekend, so that's how we got games in.
Not a bad place to play hockey, I'd say. We talked about how you started skating at 4. What made you want to play the goal position?
Yeah, so one day I was just watching a Rangers game, and Lundqvist was going off like usual. Had some street hockey gear in the garage and threw them on one day, and I loved it. Just stuck with it.
Stuck with it. That's a pretty good decision, especially with how you've been playing recently. Now, Ani, same thing. How did you decide that you wanted to be a goaltender?
All started when my dad took me and my brother to the ice rink for the first time, and we had these small nets, and I was just too lazy to skate, so I was just sitting in front of the net, and that's when my dad said that you're a goalie.
Really? It's funny because goalies have to be sometimes the best skaters on the team.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear you say that. So now we'll take a step away from the rink. I know you're big into golfing. What are the courses like in South Carolina as compared to here? Because I know South Carolina's huge in the golf too.
Yeah, no, the South Carolina has some like really cool ocean courses and stuff like that. But over here, I think it's way better. Everything's a lot cheaper. There's a golf course like literally every mile, and I just think they're a lot cooler down here.
Now, have you been golfing with any of the guys on the team yet?
Oh yeah, we've been going like 2-3 times a week.
Who do you play with?
Bahula, Custable, Tim, Judd, Joe.
So pretty much half the team.
Golfs,
yeah. So who's the best golfer? We've heard that Custable is pretty good, but who's your take on who's the best on the team?
Definitely Judd.
Really? Okay.
He's unreal. He's like a mid-70s, high 70s all day golfer. He's really good.
So now, Ani, I know you're a big outdoor sports guy. What's your favorite sport to play outside of hockey?
Oh, I like to play basketball and soccer. We usually go to the courts at the Saddlebrook with our roommates, and we toss up a game or a few games.
Now, who's the best at basketball? I got to hear this.
Probably Jonah.
Yeah, definitely.
Really? Is it just because he's big and a little taller, or does he have a magic touch?
No,
he's always out there.
He's a really good shooter.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So I hear also both of you guys are in the video games, especially in the Chell. Do you guys play with other guys on the team, or are you more of like a offline franchise, be a promo guy?
Sometimes when we have guys over, we just play like versus 1v1 against each other. Just play like the winner stays and just go around the house.
And then, you guys are roommates too. That'll lead into my next question. Do you guys play goalie in Chell?
No.
No, it's too hard, right?
Yeah.
It is ridiculous because I always have tried it. Like I go with my forward and I put up some ridiculous numbers, and then come back and I play goalie, and it's like I can't stop a beach ball.
It's hard, yeah.
With all the different buttons you have to push. So back to being roommates. Did that help you guys kind of bond as a goaltending tandem early on? And did it give you an extra edge?
Yeah, I feel like when I first came down here, didn't know anyone, was kind of nervous going into it, and we reached out to each other like right away, started hanging out, and we've gotten together really well, so yeah.
Well, that's awesome, especially since you guys are working together on a daily basis. Question, so who is the cleanest and messiest guy on the team? We'll start with you.
Cleanest, probably. Oh, this is a tough one. Probably Heller.
Okay.
And messiest. Let me think. There's a couple of them, so probably. I'd say Britt.
Britt?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? What do you got?
So me and Jonah clean up the house real nice, so I'd say we're fairly clean people. Yeah, I'd say probably Artie. When we had Artie at the Saddlebrook for a few weeks, not the cleanest guy.
All right, and then so we'll end on our typically funny question. If you could have dinner with one person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh.
I know, more of a thought-provoking one than funny, but...
Probably Pecorine, because he's my favorite goaltender.
That's a very typical hockey answer. But it is good. He's actually getting his jersey retired here. I think February 22nd, I think was the date. Yeah, incredible goaltender.
Does it have to be like hockey related?
No,
like
it does
anyone?
not. Anybody in the world.
No. Probably like Adam Sandler.
Okay, that's an interesting. Are you a big Adam Sandler guy?
Yeah.
He is a funny guy.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Oh, I just watched. Murder Mystery.
Actually, I haven't seen that.
Really?
No.
That was a good one. It was with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston.
Oh yeah.
It's very good. I think you should check it out if you're a big Adam Sandler guy. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for coming in and talking to me, and we appreciate it. We'll hope to get you back on soon.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you.
There it is, our goaltender episode. Omni, Taskilla, and Blake Mons. We're going to step aside here for a break, and we'll be right back on the Breakaway. And welcome back to the Breakaway. We're here with our elite players, Derek Champagne and Jordan Campo. How you guys doing today?
Good, and you?
Not so bad. So Derek, you're from Quebec. What part of Quebec did you grow up in?
I grew up, I'd say, an hour from Montreal.
Okay. What's it like growing up there?
It's pretty much lands, so it's not a big city. It's a small city. I had good times there.
What's the hockey like up? It's got to be insane, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like everyone knows, fans from Montreal. Everyone knows that we love hockey, so it was a good town to play for.
Now, Jordan, you grew up playing here. Tell us what it's like to grow up in a place that's not necessarily known for producing hockey players.
Well, honestly, I've loved hockey since I was like little. My mom got me a little hockey net because when the Lightning won the Cup in 2004, I think that really brought a lot of recognition of hockey in Florida. And so, luckily, my mom got me that net and that mini hockey stick and puck, and I started shooting it. And later on, started learning to skate and all that.
Now it went on from there. So how old were you in 04?
Well, I started learning to skate when I was 7. And then after we did the learner skates, I just started picking up doing like the basic hockey skills, and yeah.
And then on the flip side, how old were you when you started skating?
Oof, I'd say it was like 4.
4?
Yeah, I started with figure skating.
Really?
Yeah.
A big guy like you, a figure skater.
Yeah, I used to be smaller.
So how did you end up here in Tampa? Obviously lots of places to play in Quebec, but
Yeah.
what made the decision to come down here?
I played when I was 16 for another team, and the hockey kind of ended up in Quebec. I didn't have a place to go, and I kind of missed the training camps for some reason. So I ended up playing here with contacts. So it's pretty much how I got here.
So I have a question for you. So we know, obviously, you speak French,
Yes.
being from Quebec. I also have an inside source that tells me you chirp at some other guys in the box in a different language. So how many languages do you speak?
I can speak 3 languages.
So English, French, and
Spanish, a little bit.
A
Yeah,
little
I
bit
know
of
some
Spanish?
words.
Okay. Do you chirp at guys in Spanish in the box?
No, I don't.
No, you keep it to the French.
Yeah, mostly in French.
So I know you like football. Tell us about what other sports that you're interested in and who are your favorite teams.
Well, when it comes to football, of course, my favorite team's the Bucks. Growing up here, and for baseball, Tampa Bay Rays. I've gone to a few of the games. It's always fun to watch when you're there at the game, and then those are really the only other sports I'd say I'm into.
So you are in the base. I hear a lot from a lot of hockey players that they're not into baseball because it's so slow. So that's interesting to hear you say that.
I actually did a camp to learn how to do skills for baseball, but we just figured that hockey was too busy, so I just never picked up on it.
Now, did you play any other sports besides hockey?
I didn't really play any sports. Mostly during summers, I kind of trained for hockey. So I played soccer when I was younger, but that's about it, I'd say.
Now, for this question for the both of you, Did playing other sports, or at least like getting a little bit involved in other sports, did it help you develop skills to then transfer over to hockey in any way?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say most of the parents, if I could tell them like one advice, it would be like to subscribe their kids to other sports. It's such a good way to become a better overall athlete.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't really like play soccer, but like I'd always have fun, like pretending to play soccer with friends, and I think that definitely helped me work with if I needed to kick the puck out or something, that helped me a lot.
So I heard you're a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
Appeals to me. I'm a big Star Wars guy too. What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, my favorite character is Darth Vader, and
Solid choice.
he goes off in that movie, and it's nice to see the Empire get a win for once, and it kind of puts the rebellion, the good guys down, and you don't really see that in movies a lot, so it's cool to see.
It's always the good guys win, right? So nice to see that type of balance. What did you think of that scene at the end of Rogue One, where he just went ham?
That was, I'm telling you, the first time I saw that, the look on my face was just, oh my God, this is sick. It was awesome.
It was super sick. Now, I also know you like Halloween, so we'll get back to you in a second. What's Halloween like in Canada? Because we just passed it.
Yeah.
Do you guys dress up there, or is it?
Yeah, we dress up. It's probably, I'd say, the same thing. People in Florida, especially like in my area, it's crazy. People were going all in for Halloween. Yeah, we had a good time with the boys too.
So, a guy that lifts 385, you planned on dressing up as the Hulk, right? That was on purpose, wasn't it?
No, it was not on purpose. It was actually, it was actually my buddy's costumes. His billet dad has he had like a whole box of costumes, so I just picked that up. I picked the one who fit me.
That's the most ironic thing I've heard all day. So, I know you're really big into Halloween.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever dressed up as?
My favorite Halloween costume I've ever done is probably Michael Myers.
And you just dressed up as that last week, didn't you?
Yeah, because I just love playing the character. It's entertaining to do because you just freak out people. Like I'll literally just sit there, watch them, like how he does in the movies, and it's funny to see the reactions I get out of people, because then they'll tell me to go scare their kids with it, and it's funny.
So, okay, we got our funny questions lined up. Who is the cleanest and messiest guy on this team?
Messiest guy?
And the cleanest.
I'd go 100%. For premiere, I know it's my roommate Judd. He doesn't pick up himself at all. Like his side on the room, because we share a room together. He's so messy. But on Elite, probably go with Soul.
Really?
No.
It's funny how they're quiet. Do you agree, or?
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree. It's definitely Soul, but he will have his stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy's a mess.
What about the cleanest?
I'd say the cleanest probably has to be. I'm gonna actually go with James George on this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. You agree too?
Yeah, Jorge is a clean guy.
Yeah, he's a clean guy. He likes his stuff in certain places.
Yeah, even his car is always like on point.
I wish I could say the same. Okay, if you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why? And it doesn't have to be hockey related either.
You go first.
Dead or alive? I probably want to have dinner with. Say dinner with Victor Hedman. I think would be pretty fun.
Well, that's a good answer.
I'd go with Paul Bissonnette, the guy who owns the Spin and Chiclet podcast.
Yes.
Just because he's a goof, like I'd love to have a dinner with him, or just like a golf game with him. Yeah.
Oh, what do they? Oh, I forget what they call it.
Sandbagger.
Sandbagger. That's it. Yeah. Oh, did you see them too getting cut off TNT?
Yeah, I've seen it all. It's yeah.
Oh, that's funny. One of my favorite podcasts. Well, hey, well, thank you guys. That was fun, and we'll hope to get you back on soon.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Awesome. We're going to take one more quick break, and we'll be back to wrap things up here on the Breakaway.
Goals, assists, save percentage. Statistics are the most accurate way to judge the success of a hockey player and a league.
Alrighty, we're here to wrap things up on the Breakaway. The Tampa Bay Juniors will take on the Palm Beach Typhoon for a weekend home-and-home set, with the game starting here at 5:30. Premier will go first with a lead at 8:15, and then we'll take things down south on Sunday. Thank you to all my guests, the goaltenders Omni Taskilla and Blake Mons, and then Jordan Campo and Derek Champagne, and of course head coach Garrett Strot. And we will see you next week. You've been watching the Breakaway. Have a good night, everybody.